Wowed the Roma crowds when he wore the red shirt. Maicon, well, it's the opposite experience for him. Now playing against Inter, had so much success with the Nerazzurri. Roma are unbeaten in the last 6 meetings with Inter in all competitions. Not since April 2011 in the Coppa Italia have Inter defeated the Giallorossi. Let me say good evening to Stuart Robson. Stuart, for you, what will be significant tactically?
Well, I'm looking at the way Guarin is playing. We thought he might play behind two front players, Osvaldo and Palacio, but it looks like he might be coming slightly out to the right-hand side. The guys in the studio talked about the right back, Campagnaro, usually a centre-half in a three. He will get forward, as he's doing now, but he can be troubled defensively, Campagnaro.
He's now 34 years of age, Hugo Campagnaro. We saw him just the once at the World Cup with Argentina. That was in their first game against Bosnia-Herzegovina. Very much a Walter Mazzarri favourite over the years. At Napoli and then at Inter.
So it looks as though Osvaldo is going to play right up the top. Palacio is going to play that a little bit further behind him. And Guarin is going to be tucked in from this right-hand side.
Roma have been in tremendous form at home in Serie A. Indeed, flawless at home in the league. 6 wins from 6 games. 14 goals scored, none conceded. Inter trying to get themselves onto the front foot again. Campagnaro sliding it to Freddy Guarin, the Colombian. Campagnaro. Jan M'Vila. It's a surprise inclusion in the starting 11 by Roberto Mancini tonight. Zdravko Kuzmanovic competing for it. And it's going to go Inter's way.
Well, Keita is playing as the deepest of the midfield players for Roma. He did well to start with, going out into that wide area. Maicon was slightly out of position. Kuzmanovic did well to wrestle the ball back from him.
Kuzmanovic at the controls. Scored on Thursday against Iturbe in the Europa League. Well, that takes off. Disappointing. Early sparring stages here in the Eternal City. Great to have you with us on BT Sport. Gary Medel missed the derby last week because of suspension. Such a combative performer.
Well, he's going to be holding in that midfield area alongside M'Vila. Kuzmanovic has drifted out to the left-hand side.
Totti. Has had the power to make this game of football look effortless. Maicon. We talk about Roma requiring a new full-back, but it's Maicon given the green light this evening.
Well, that's the good side of his game. We saw a little bit earlier on. Dodò went past him so easily and got the cross in.
It's Dodò, like Maicon, from Brazil. He's on loan at Inter from Roma. Pjanic, and it's Totti. Didn't properly get hold of that. Nainggolan. And then Pjanic once more. Ranocchia's header away. Here's Totti. Always going wide.
Well, he bought himself a bit of space there with a really good first touch. When the ball's cleared, it's not a great header from Ranocchia. Medel gets beaten a bit too easily. Guarin's the next player that comes out. It's actually Juan Jesus that comes out. Not the best effort from Totti.
James Horncastle in the studio talking about Totti's exploits against Inter over the years. 12 goals against the Nerazzurri, 46 total matches. 3 expulsions as well. It's never dull when Totti's around. Nainggolan. That's been an excellent acquisition by Roma. The Belgian, former Cagliari player.
He's full of energy. He'll put his foot in. Also a good pass through the ball. Nainggolan.
Inter having to make the transition to a back four now under Roberto Mancini. Matari, a confirmed back three coach. Has been for most of his career.
Well, they've tinkered with it a few times, haven't they? Astori, when he came to Inter, also played with a back three. Didn't last very long.
It didn't go to plan at all. Piero Gasperini, he was in the hot seat. And it can be scalding, as we know. Maicon is looking for handball. It's brushed off Kuzmanovic. Totti for Roma. There's Gervinho, just got off the boil in the last couple of games. Fine control by the Ivorian. Holebas. Gervinho's pass once again as Pjanic comes into the move. Wonderful technician, Miralem Pjanic. Maicon. There's Ljajic attempting to keep that going. Dodò now for Inter. It's rather a complicated deal that's been put together. Essentially forcing Inter to buy Dodò's rights at the end of this season for €10 million. Beyond here, Ljajic trying to make the connection with Totti.
Well, Inter are playing very narrow in midfield. Any switch of play is causing them problems at the moment.
And now at the other end, Osvaldo. Costas Manolas trying to slow him down. Summer signing from Olympiacos, the Greek international.
Didn't really have the pace to get away there, Osvaldo. Not sure that was the best pass from Palacio. Might have been able to run with the ball himself. There's that switch of play again, that big diagonal. Maicon's going to play high and wide out on that right.
Ljajic dovetailing with Totti. Dodò had the reading of that one. Started his career with Corinthians in Brazil. Maicon right across the face of goal. Well, no chances taken in the end by Campagnaro.
Yeah, that's how he had to deal with it. A good ball from Maicon. No one really attacked it. Gervinho was waiting at the far post. Couldn't take any risks. Campagnaro.
Gervinho waits inside the penalty area. Totti. Manolas had come up from the back. Nainggolan. There's Medel. Back there for Inter. There's a Holebas. Up in Germany, supporting Bayern Munich actually, but he's a Greek international, represented Greece at the World Cup. Keita trying to take charge. Here's Palacio, Inter's top scorer in Serie A last season with 17 goals. Yet to get off the mark in this league campaign. Jan M'Vila. It's a defensive-looking midfield for Inter. A tight midfield three, on paper anyway. Guarin, and the whistle had gone.
You're absolutely right. Medel and M'Vila are going to be the holding players. Kuzmanovic is going to start narrow but try and get out into the wide left area at times. The same can be said of Guarin on the right-hand side. They've almost got the likes of Totti playing through the middle of them, but there will be space out wide. I'm sure that's what Garcia is making notes here.
Maicon. Gervinho had made the run. Juan Jesus scraping it away for Inter. Osvaldo. No luck again. Pjanic. Roma capable of attacking in waves. Oh, and two players inside the box, Pjanic and Gervinho. It's gone behind for the corner.
Well, Mancini's got to sort this out pretty quickly. Attack after attack is coming down that right-hand side.
Surprising start by Roma. That's wayward, though, off the boots of Nainggolan. Inter not really wired in.
There is that final chance. Nainggolan just dragging the ball across the penalty area, but this is the one. Pjanic arriving late into the box. Gervinho had just run beyond the ball. Ljajic doing well down the right-hand side.
The Stadio Olimpico in Rome, its capacity of just over 70,000. Part of the vast Foro Italico sports complex. Inter the visitors this evening. Taken just a couple of points in the last 3 Serie A matches. Delighted, though, to have topped the Europa League group. Gervinho just looked over. And the flag had gone up.
Risky here from Inter. They try and step up. It's a tight call. Gervinho's got pace to run in behind them.
Inter delighted to have Roberto Mancini back at the helm. 3 Scudetti in his first stint with Italian Cups as well. Nainggolan to take this game by the scruff of the neck. It's positive work by Pjanic. Nainggolan again. Well, a bit messy. There was no foul play. Guarin elected to steer it back to Medel. And back it goes. Davide Astori in the middle of that Roma defence. Signed on a season-long loan from Cagliari. Osvaldo. Here's Palacio. Now Dodò. This is much more constructive from Inter. Dodò with an elaborate fall. He thought there was a bit of contact.
Yeah, it's a great little ball to him. I'm not quite sure there's the right decision by the referee. The goal kick given came off Dodò last, but was there a foul on him? He's been a real threat down that left-hand side. He's been past Maicon once. There was the little 1-2.
It was a stretching challenge by Adam Ljajic. Referee wasn't interested. Paolo Silvio Mazzoleni.
Dangerous challenge to make in the penalty box, going to ground.
Medel. Palacio has decided to leave it. Rodrigo Palacio. Danny Osvaldo. The idea was to slip it back into Palacio's path. Totti. It's going to be a real nail-biter for Roma on match day 6 in the Champions League. They take on Manchester City here. A 0-0 draw. To get Roma through. Of course, much depends as well on CSKA Moscow. Holebas. By cul-de-sac. Guarin was defending, holding his ground.
He's just trying to nutmeg there on Guarin.
Just a reminder on BT Sport 2, it's the big derby, Saint-Etienne against Lyon. And the teams are making their way out. So if you're in the mood for French football tonight, BT Sport 2.
Just ran offside, Ljajic. There was that opportunity, and does he foul? Does he make contact? Well, I think Dodò makes the most of the situation. Doesn't get the penalty.
Quarter of an hour gone, no scoring in Rome. Nainggolan chance to get out with Ranocchia. And out comes the card. It's a booking for the Inter skipper.
It's a poor challenge from Ranocchia. Commits himself. Nainggolan just nips the ball past him. He's not particularly good in wide areas, Ranocchia. He's a centre-half that can win balls in the air. Hasn't got great pace. I'm not sure he's a great 1v1 defender.
Totti deliberating. Handanovic wasn't entirely happy with the positioning of Medel. And it comes from Totti. It looked as though it would be comfortable for Samu Handanovic, but he's picked up a bit of a knock.
It was Keita that went in for the challenge with Handanovic. Just had too much height on it, the delivery. Keita's got every right to go for the ball. Just catches Handanovic on the side of the thigh. Maybe one or two adjustments for Mancini.
Still moving a bit gingerly inside the penalty area, Handanovic.
There it is again. It's not a good set play from Totti.
Mancini took the opportunity to pass on a few words of wisdom to Osvaldo. Garcia, no shortage of notes where he's concerned. The Frenchman in charge of Roma, hugely popular with the Rossi supporters, and rightly so, when you consider what Roma achieved under his aegis last season. 85 points. Second place, that's where they are at the moment. 6 behind Juventus going into play tonight. Following on from Juve's dramatic derby win over Torino. And Palacio sees the decision go against him.
He just started to come back to get himself onside before he made the forward run. Again, a good decision by the assistant referee. Just a fraction offside, but it was right.
Gervinho just waited for the ball to arrive. Dodò, an all-action player, Dodò, the Brazilian. It's Kuzmanovic. Dodò. His run was being checked by Nainggolan. Very unlucky not to be named in the Belgian squad at the World Cup. Nainggolan. Now Gervinho takes off, and he wasn't picked up. Ljajic in the centre, not the only one either. And it was played in there by Gervinho. Oh, and Ljajic lets fly, making sure Handanovic was paying attention.
I've got to say, it's terrible defending by Juan Jesus, trying to play offside when there was no pressure on the ball. Osvaldo not happy with the referee at the moment. He thinks that Astori's gone through him a couple of times. Here's another one.
Totti. Just looked over his shoulder to see where Ljajic had positioned himself. Nainggolan as Roma keep the ball moving. Holebas. Ljajic. Nainggolan. Trapped by Gervinho. Totti. And Jesus. That's the defender who got it away. Good time by Totti, now Gervinho, just overrunning the ball. Kuzmanovic was the extra defender that time for Inter.
Great play from Totti again, wasn't it? The vision, the awareness, the composure in and around the box.
Well, 20 minutes on the stopwatch and Roma looking the likelier side. Inter still trying to bed in this new defence. To be fair to them, they recovered pretty well after struggling in the early part of the derby. Gave Milan enough to contemplate, and 1-1 was just about right over the piece.
Here's the switch of play again. Kuzmanovic is tucked infield up against Pjanic.
Totti is trying to disguise it. Maicon. It's Ljajic and Gervinho finishes off the move for Roma. It had been coming. No more than the Rossi deserve. And Inter are trailing in the capital.
Well, we said that Mancini had to sort it out pretty quickly. He hasn't done so. Once again, there's an overload on that far side of the field. The big diagonal comes. They create 3 versus 2, and it's Ljajic that gets that bit of space. And what a good cross it was from him as well. A clever ball down the side by Maicon. 3 versus 2 in that situation there, and he gets it between the defenders and the goalkeeper Handanovic. Great cross, good movement from Gervinho, and in the end an easy finish for him. Not good defending from Inter.
And that has been the theme in the early part of this game. Gervinho celebrates. It's only his second league goal of the campaign. Has been on target 3 times in the Champions League.
That's what Totti does so well. He just drifts into wide areas. He creates the overload. Mancini can't be happy Nainggolan was able to just find that pass. There was no pressure on the ball. 3 versus 2. It's too easy for Roma just to play it down the side to get Ljajic in. Osvaldo arguing with Manolas and Astori.
Well, that's 15 goals at home in Serie A this season for Roma, none conceded. It's a different story in the Champions League. Think about what Bayern Munich did here. Roma supporters won't be dwelling upon that. They've been visibly better than Inter. Gervinho, the goal scorer. Here's the busy Nainggolan. I'm sure he expected to get it back from Keita. On the march again, Gervinho. Offside flag was raised.
Yeah, didn't need to make the run quite so early. Brilliant play from Nainggolan again. Guarin doesn't defend it particularly well, but he can see right across the line there, Gervinho. But they are playing a dangerous game, Inter. They're trying to hold a fairly high back line. It's too square, too flat. It's going to cause them problems.
I'm sure Manchester City supporters are watching with a good deal of interest. Matchday 6 Champions League meeting in mind, as they saw for themselves earlier in the competition. It's what Roma are capable of, and you've got to really forget all about the thrashing suffered at the hands of Bayern Munich. It's going to be a one-off game in a week and a half's time. Roberto Mancini's Inter are trailing. Garcia's men with the lead on this Sunday. Spent his entire playing career in France, Garcia. Oh, and it was so close to being 1-1. Kuzmanovic tried to pose the threat.
Well, it's just a long throw-in. Kuzmanovic gets inside Maicon. We talked about his defensive frailties. It's far too easy again. Maicon's got to wake up. Kuzmanovic just ran inside him. Great save from Sanctis.
The first thing that Morgan Sanctis has really had to do. And he was alert. And plenty of targets in there. Osvaldo was one of them. Here is Kuzmanovic. Took a little deflection. It's fallen for Pjanic. As Roma tried to storm into attacking action again. Gervinho just unable to get there. There's Gary Medel back there as virtually the last line of defence for the Nerazzurri.
Yeah, he did well as well, because Gervinho was racing through. That's how they can catch teams on the counter-attack, Roma.
Maicon. Gervinho. Maicon. Almost. Maicon threatening to roll back the years. 33 now. It's offside. Osvaldo.
Another tight one. This time Osvaldo tries to get himself back onside before making the forward run. It's a tight decision. Watch again. But he is just about offside. It's had a good start to the game, the assistant referee on this near side.
Here's Holebas. Now Ljajic. Totti. And it continues. Holebas gave it a fair old whack. And it grinds to a halt.
You see another offside. He's beginning to run the game, Totti. Wherever he drifts on the field. Holebas does like to get forward from left back. He's got the nod over Ashley Cole tonight.
Ashley Cole did play against Atalanta in the last league game. Said recently he's enjoying life here in the Eternal City, and why wouldn't you? And careless again. That time in Villa. And it's Nainggolan bursting onto the scene. Nainggolan. That's an eye for goal, the Belgian.
He can do every part of a midfielder's job. He's worked hard to win the ball back. There he makes the forward run. He sees the space down the outside of Ranocchia. Once again, it's Totti that plays it into his path. Just can't keep it down.
Guarin. Here we go, Campagnaro. Filling in at right back for Inter this evening. Palacio. Came off Astori. Sanctis. Able to gather for Roma. This corresponding stage last season, Roma were unbeaten and a point ahead of Juventus. So chasing this time round. They are clearly, those two, Juve and Roma, the pick of the crop in Serie A. Maicon's pass, far from ideal from the point of view of Francesco Totti. Medel. It's 71 times for Chile. Here's Villa. Campagnaro. Whacked away by Holebas. Olympiacos win 4 successive titles in Greece. Campagnaro with the throw. So bobbles around, dangerous play, really had to be. Osvaldo looking to manoeuvre his way into position.
Oh, tried the overhead kick. Astori puts his head there. Doesn't actually catch him in the end. They've got the greater shape about them, haven't they, Roma, at the moment? They look like a side that know what they're doing. They've playing some fluent football. They keep switching the plate from one side of the field to the other. Inter at the moment, I'm not quite sure how to win the ball back quickly. And they do try and counter-attack. At the moment, they're running offside. I think that Guarin is wasted out on this right-hand side. We see him so often playing that central area as a midfield player.
So I think that's what you and I thought, Stuart, when we looked at the team sheets. We imagined that Guarin would be off the front, floating around there, as opposed to being in a fixed position. Here's Maicon for Roma. Wanted to get the return feed. Maicon has succeeded in winning the corner.
Look at that little lift over the top from Pjanic. Such a clever footballer, Pjanic. Maicon going where he likes to go, running in behind.
Maicon wasn't quite ready for that one. Medel. Palacio ahead of him. And Osvaldo, who receives it now. Osvaldo. Cumbersome by Roma. But the free kick will go to the home side. Bemused look on the face of Osvaldo.
I think he described it very well. He looked a bit cumbersome as he was running with the ball. He really got it out of his feet.
Ranocchia. Here is Guarin. Palacio pleading his case. Nainggolan. Oh dear. Groans from the home crowd. Manolas finally towards the touchline. And don't forget, coming up tomorrow on BT Sport 1, more action from Serie A. We'll be in Genoa for Sampdoria against Napoli. That's Monday action in the top flight of Italian football. And then on Friday, Fiorentina against the leaders, the defending champions, Juventus. Friday, 7:45, that's on ESPN. Medel and Pjanic. Again, Inter looking more than a bit exposed. Gervinho! Child's play, but it's not going to count. Ljajic again the provider, but Gervinho had strayed.
When he makes his run too early again, he's just going to time his run. It's too easy again. Roma breaking down that right-hand side. Dodò was nowhere to be seen. Ljajic was played around too easily. And Ljajic had a great opportunity just to play that up ball in behind.
There's Kuzmanovic. He's on the moods to score again this evening. Dodò, he thought the spin of the ball had favoured him. In the end, it took it towards the byline. Dodò picked up that bad injury last week in the derby.
At the moment, Dodò's a player that looks like he likes to run forward. When he's running back, just had a look at him out the corner, right? He's still jogging back when he needs to be getting back with greater urgency. Roma are counter-attacking in down his side of the field, and he was just jogging back, and that's happened 2 or 3 occasions.
Roma, good value for this lead. It was a scare for them. Kuzmanovic denied by Sanctis. As Morgan Sanctis gets to the ball ahead of Osvaldo. Nainggolan. Patience here from Roma. Pjanic doing the probing. Ljajic. The challenge is a good one from Palacio. Osvaldo's header. This is better from Inter. Palacio trying to go around the outside. Behind for the corner by Manolas.
That was better from Inter. They're closing down, won the ball back, then they tried to counter-attack.
Sanctis barking out the instructions. Good into Kunja. There's the answer, the equaliser. Andrea Ranocchia, right place, right time. Roma have been dominant in this first half, but Inter are on terms.
It just shows you can be as dominant as you like in open play, but you still have to defend set plays when they come into the box. And Ranocchia jumps early, he gets above Astori, and it's a really good header. They don't have anybody on the post, Roma. They want to squeeze out when the ball's an outswinger. What a good header. I talked about his aerial ability. He's not the quickest player, but he's got back into the game.
And Roma have conceded at home in Serie A for the first time this season. Andrea Ranocchia with his first league goal of the campaign. Ranocchia's first Serie A goal in more than a year. That's one to put the cat among the pigeons.
A couple of times Roma haven't defended well from set plays. There was the throw-in, the long throw-in. Kuzmanovic nearly got a shot on target, and there it didn't look as though they were ready when the ball came into the box.
Holebas. Nainggolan. They've got to get back into their passing rhythm. Keita, experienced Malian midfield player, trying to vary it all the way up to Gervinho. And news of a goal in the derby in Liga. It has fallen for Saint-Etienne at the Gervinho Stadium. The header by Mustafa Sal, the defender up there for the set piece. 1-0 Saint-Etienne against Olympique Lyonnais. Roberto Mancini's side have got themselves level. And finally, a blot on the escutcheon at home for Roma in the top flight this term. Nainggolan's pass, away goes Gervinho, like lightning.
There's a good pass again. Nainggolan making that little break through midfield. Gervinho on the half turn takes his first touch pass. Juan Jesus, but Ranocchia, having just scored, then got across the field and got a brilliant tackle in.
Just clutching that ankle, Gervinho. Pjanic. It's Campagnaro's header away for Inter. Going as far as Holebas. Switch by Maicon. He's looking for Ljajic. Another Ljajic, Serbian playmaker.
There is that chance for Gervinho again. Great first touch. He's now in behind. Ranocchia comes across outside of the right boot. Good challenge.
Encouragement from Rudy Garcia. Ranocchia, goal scorer at one end, and then saviour at the other. Torino against Palermo is coming up on Saturday. That's on BT Sport 1. Bad luck for Torino in the derby earlier. 7:45 this coming Saturday. And then on Sunday, as part of the European football show with James and the team, you'll see Inter in action again at home to Udinese. BT Sport 1 next Sunday, 6:45.
There's the goal again. Just out jumps Astori.
And it was decisive by Ranocchia, just when it was needed for Inter. Level pegging here. Keita. Gervinho. That's glorious play. Teeing it up for Ljajic. Insufficient power. It's all Gervinho's work. Maicon. Juan Jesus.
Once again, how easy is it for Roma to attack down that far side? Maicon with the last attempt to get the cross in, but Gervinho went past Dodò as if he wasn't there.
Maicon, member of the Inter side that won the treble in 2010, including the Champions League. Osvaldo, the player who's gone down, a wry smile by Keita. Freddy Guarin. The block was by Jose Holebas. It's been a strange Inter performance in many respects. Dishevelled at the back. They've managed to get into threatening positions on a couple of occasions. Back to the Kuzmanovic effort, thwarted by Sanctis, and then the goal from a set piece scored by Ranocchia. It's Nainggolan. The home crowd enjoyed that, but Roma unable to keep the ball for long. Roma with the lion's share of ball possession. Totti. He's feeling the pain, as is Kuzmanovic. Oh, now, big gap in the Roma defence, Osvaldo. Oh, he squandered the opportunity to do more damage.
A better touch and he was in. He wasn't offside. The two centre-halves came out. Holebas went back in. It's too easy just to play the ball in behind those two centre-halves. Osvaldo needed to do better.
Pjanic. He's looking for Ljajic. Pjanic. Juan Jesus, the Brazilian, trying to get it forward to the Argentinian Palacio. Pjanic. Totti. Optimistic shout for handball from Francesco Totti. Bounced off Zdravko Kuzmanovic. Osvaldo take it out, and there will be a card. Referee didn't hesitate. Paolo Silvio Mazzoleni, and it was pretty blatant. Keita there.
Keita, I think, puts his arm right across Osvaldo. He knew he was beaten. This was a... He threw the elbow here, just on first viewing. He just lifts his arm. It wasn't quite as bad as I first thought. Osvaldo's going to try and make the most of it. There was a chance of a counter-attack. I think he needs to do better in the second half. Osvaldo had one or two opportunities to put shots away.
Guarin trying to make inroads on this Inter right. And talking is over. Guarin, Jose Holebas. Aston Villa. Most really came to prominence with Rennes in France. Guarin, and no chances taken by Maicon, well aware of the presence of Zdravko Kuzmanovic.
That was actually good defending by Maicon right at the end of it, up against Osvaldo. Got his position just right, the right back.
There'll be a minimum of 2 additional minutes. It's Dodò. Dangerous again. Bit of scrapping going on inside the box.
Astori, the player there, it was a good cross into the box. He jumped early.
Nainggolan getting quite worked up. Not the only one either. This was what happened.
Guarin never really fancied it, did he, at the far post? He's always going to be second best to Astori.
Based on the manner of their performance so far, Roma will be disappointed. They are on level terms and not leading, as they were. Guarin. And it was Osvaldo trying to glance that one on. And he hears the boos again from the supporters who used to cheer him on.
They've grown in confidence since that equaliser. Suddenly Guarin coming into the game, did well to win the ball in midfield. A good cross into the box, and they had 3 players racing in there. Not the contact they were looking for, but much better from Inter this last 10 or so minutes.
It's a significant improvement from the Nerazzurri. Half-time at the Olimpico. Roma striking first in this game through Gervinho. Beautifully crafted goal. Inter were all over the place defensively, but to